Research in social psychology shows that up to 93% of our communication breakdowns happen not because of what we say, but because of what we don't know about ourselves. Think about that for just a second. You could be sabotaging your closest relationships, your career, your friendships, completely unaware because there are blind spots inside you that nobody has ever shown you how to find. But what if there was a map? A psychological framework developed back in the 1950s, used by the world's top leadership coaches, therapists, and Fortune 500 companies that could reveal exactly what you're hiding from yourself. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share might be the most uncomfortable and the most liberating thing you'll hear all year. We've all been there. You're sitting with a friend. They're pouring their heart out, talking about something painful, something raw. And then it happens. Something they say triggers a memory in you. And suddenly, the conversation isn't about them anymore. You cut in. Oh, that's just like what happened to me. And just like that, you've stolen the moment. Sound familiar? Psychologists call this a parallel process. And here's the scary part. Most people do this without even realizing it. It's not cruelty, it's unconscious. And that is the whole problem. Because the part of you that hijacks those conversations, it lives in a place most people never dare to look. Let's talk about the Johari Window. In 1955, two American psychologists, Joseph Luft and Harry Ingham, created one of the most powerful self-awareness tools ever designed. They named it by simply combining their first names, Joe from Joseph, Hari from Harry, the Johari Window. It maps the human psyche into 4 quadrants, 4 rooms in the house of who you are. Room 1, the open area. What you know about yourself, what others know about you. No masks, no secrets. This is the version of you that shows up every day, authentic, visible, real. Room 2, the facade. What you know about yourself, but hide from everyone else. Think about that colleague who smiles and says, "I'm fine," while quietly resenting every single meeting. Think about the person on Instagram whose highlight reel is flawless, but behind closed doors, it's chaos. That gap, that's the facade. Room 3, the blind spot. Here's where it gets really interesting. This is what others can see about you that you cannot see yourself. Like walking around all day with ink on your shirt, completely unaware, while everyone else quietly notices. Your blind spots are the habits, the patterns, the ways you show up that impact the people around you every single day without your knowledge. And room 4, the unknown, the deepest room. What nobody knows, not you, not the people closest to you. The buried experiences, the unprocessed emotions, the sleeping giants of your unconscious mind. And here's the critical insight that science backs up. We can only grow to the extent of our awareness. You cannot fix what you cannot see. Here's the paradox most people miss. The goal isn't to drag every painful memory into the spotlight and live there. That's what post-traumatic stress looks like. A broken record, replaying the same story, trapping people in a past that no longer exists. The goal is to acknowledge the story, learn the lesson, and then let it sink back down. Not buried, not ignored, but stored gently in the subconscious. Available when you need it to connect with another human being. Because that process is what empathy actually is. And here's something that might challenge you. Saying, "I know exactly how you feel," that's actually one of the most patronizing things you can say to another person. No two people have identical experiences. What differentiates us isn't our biology, it's our interpretation of what we've lived through. Real empathy is the ability to relate to what someone feels without hijacking their story to tell your own. So here's your question for today. Which room are you living in? Are you operating from your open area, authentic and self-aware? Or are you hiding behind a facade? Are your blind spots quietly damaging the relationships you care about most? And what's sitting in that 4th room? Unknown, unexamined, waiting. The Johari Window doesn't just tell you who you are, it shows you who you could be once you stop being afraid to look. Start small. Ask one trusted person today, "What's something you notice about me?" that I might not see in myself? That question? It's the key to room 3, and what you find there might just change everything. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next briefing.